Discipline over motivation, the Stoic path to power. You think motivation will save you. Then explain why you still fail when you're motivated. Explain why your dreams die after the rush wears off. Because the truth is simple. Motivation is a mood. Discipline is a decision. The Stoic does not wait to feel like acting. He trains to act, no matter what. That's the path of power. Welcome back to the Stoic warrior. Here, we don't chase comfort. We don't wait for easy days. We train for reality. For chaos. For pressure. For the battles life throws without warning. Today's lesson: the difference between a motivated man and a disciplined one. One is a dreamer. The other is unstoppable. Motivation is the child of emotion. It flares up with music, speeches, sunshine, and success. But it dies just as quickly when pain comes, when failure hits, when you're tired, sick, or overwhelmed. Discipline tells you to act no matter what, and the Stoic chooses discipline every time. Marcus Aurelius didn't rise at 4 a.m. because it felt good. He rose because duty demanded it, because there were people to lead, chaos to manage, a soul to train. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." That is discipline. Doing what you were made to do, regardless of how you feel. Motivation is passive, it waits, it hopes. It begs the universe for energy. Discipline is active. It shows up. It doesn't negotiate. It takes responsibility and begins. Even when everything inside screams, "Not today." You say you want greatness. That's good. But how many times will you start over before you realize starting isn't the problem? Finishing is. Consistency is the weapon. The Stoic sharpens it daily. He does not depend on mood, music, or inspiration. He wakes up, locks in, and executes. Not perfectly, but persistently. You see, the Stoic doesn't hate motivation. He just doesn't trust it. He uses it like wind in the sail. Helpful, but never essential. Because when the wind dies, discipline becomes the oar. And the disciplined man always reaches the shore. Storm or calm. Discipline begins with a decision. I will act regardless of how I feel. That is the root of strength. When you train yourself to show up without excuse, to run when tired, to write when uninspired, to speak when nervous, you begin to develop something rare. Reliability, not raw will, but command of self. The modern world celebrates sparks, viral moments, emotional breakthroughs, temporary sprints. The Stoic celebrates the slow burn, the one who shows up every day, invisible, unpraised, unshaken. Seneca said, "While we wait for life, life passes." The disciplined man does not wait. He works, while others wait for a feeling that may never come. Discipline is not about forcing yourself violently. It's about structuring your life intelligently. It's about reducing friction, eliminating distraction, designing routines that override doubt. It's about becoming your own commander, not a victim of mood. You don't brush your teeth because you feel like it. You do it because it's who you are. That's how discipline works. It becomes identity, and identity drives action. You don't ask, "Should I work out today?" You say, "I am the kind of person who trains every day." And then you train. Discipline rewires the nervous system. It teaches your body that excuses have no power here. That feelings are visitors, not rulers. That the mission outweighs the mood. And the more you act through resistance, the more your resistance begins to fear you. Most people only work when they're motivated. The Stoic works until his work generates motivation. That's the difference. Action creates emotion, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel inspired. You act, and the feeling follows. You want self-respect, earn it. In sweat. In silence. When no one is watching. The disciplined man doesn't boast. He doesn't chase attention. He chases standard. He sets the bar and clears it, again and again, even when tired. Especially when tired. Because every rep, every page, every step, reinforces one message to the soul. We don't quit. There will be days when you fail. Days you fall short. The Stoic doesn't pretend to be superhuman. He just refuses to be a slave to emotion. He doesn't chase perfection. He builds fortitude. And with each failure, he adjusts, learns, and returns. Stronger. The real war is not outside. It's not in the gym. It's not on the stage. It's in your mind. The quiet debate between now and later. Between I can't and I must. Discipline wins that war. Not once, but daily. And here's the truth. The disciplined man is not always the fastest, strongest, or smartest. but he is the last one standing. He is the one you see at sunrise, still grinding, at midnight, still focused. He doesn't burn out, because he's not burning up for praise. He's burning for purpose. So stop chasing motivation. Start building discipline. Wake up with a standard. Move with structure. Speak with clarity. Act with consistency. That's the Stoic path. Not dramatic, not glamorous, but unbreakable. You don't need a hype video. You need a mirror. Look into it. Ask, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? Then do that, again and again, until it becomes who you are. Because in the end, motivation might get you started, but only discipline gets you free. If this message hit you, it's because you already know. There's more in you. Discipline isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters, even when it's hard. And that's what we train here, every day. Subscribe for tomorrow's lesson. You're not your emotions. Stoic emotional mastery. Because mastering the outside world begins with mastering the storms inside. Until then, stand up, show up, stay sharp. The Stoic warrior never waits. He becomes